listeners. Welcome to Weazel After Dark. I am your host, Aiko, and today we will be launching the very first episode of the series. This podcast is for all of you night owls around in what some people like to call the crackhead hours of the city, sometimes called sad boy hours, and for anybody that wants a little audio company before they go to sleep. On tonight's episode, our special guest for the night is Haas Reed. Haas, you can tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Hey Aiko, how's it going? It's me, Haas. I'm a captain with the Department of Corrections. I'm a pretty easygoing guy. I like to, ride my motorcycle. I just go to work and meet new people.
That's beautiful. Do you think you can share with us a spooky or dark kind of story?
Yeah, I think I know something like that. There's a bit of a horror story around Bolingbroke. Are you familiar with that place, Aiko?
Bolingbroke Penitentiary?
Yeah, that's right.
The one with the prison?
Yeah, it's the prison.
Yeah, scary.
I don't think you've ever been, but there's a bit of a problem with screaming out in the middle of the night. It was, every night there's a scream. Always rings out right around the same time. Sometimes it comes from one cell block, sometimes it comes from another, sometimes it comes from the infirmary.
Why?
And, well, I wanted to take a look for myself. So I kind of dug into the reports. Just seeing, God, what was happening. I would investigate a cell block and I wouldn't see anyone there. No blood, no body, no one standing over someone with a shiv.
A shiv?
Yeah, it's like a knife. Sometimes made out of a toothbrush. Sometimes it's just made out of a piece of metal.
Scary.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't see anything, then what was it?
Well, I found an interesting report. Something about a guy named Ricardo. He, didn't really get along well with a lot of the prisoners. He would, constantly, be loud and obnoxious, always being very confrontational and whatnot. Eventually, the, other inmates, they had enough of him. And you know what they did, Aiko?
What did they do?
They took him out in the middle of the yard and cut him bit by bit with very dull shiv blades, all the way from the toes, going up to the knees,
Why?
the thighs, the torso, the arms, the fingers. Once they cut out his tongue, they scattered all the body parts all across Bolingbroke.
Was it in all of the areas that the screams come from?
That's right. Ricardo was drawn and quartered all across the yard and all across the prison. So if you're ever there late at night, you might hear the screams of Ricardo.
Quite. Nah. Thank you so much for your scary story tonight, Haas. I'm sorry that you have to deal with such a horrible sound when you're working.
Well, it's okay. It's all part of the job. I gotta keep Los Santos safe from ghosts too.
Arigato. Listeners, tonight we'll be closing with the poem The City by our lovely resident poet, Nuno Portugal. The city is bleeding, it's bleeding, screaming, in a voice so defeating, it's even kneeling. The crime is increasing, the police force weakening, the sit-ins with a concerned feeling. Some try fleeing, others try finishing the day breathing, but every single one is dreaming of an end to all the grieving. Thank you. If you liked this podcast, be sure to positively react to it and stay tuned for the next episode of Weazel After Dark. Thank you.